I started working here because they were recruiting people all over town and I really needed a job, and they said they would give good pay and good hours, so I decided to come work here.
Well, how many hours do you work a day?
Now I'm actually working 12 hours a day.
So how much money do you get paid for working?
Probably a month I would say 25 to 30.
Is that enough to help your family or not really?
No, I actually had to pull my children from school because we couldn't afford our rent, so.
So your children work here?
Yeah, they do.
And how old are they?
My youngest is 7 and my oldest is 10. Sometimes they withhold my money, so I could stay longer. Some days I don't feel well. I have chronic back pain and they really don't listen. I have to stay longer, and they'll tell me they won't pay me my work day in order for me to stay another 3-4 hours.
So what are your working conditions like over here?
Well, it gets really hot, feels very stuffy, can't even breathe most of the time, and it get really sweaty and dehydrated. We don't even get water.
Why is it so stuffy in here?
They don't have any windows, there's no ventilation, and we're all crammed up in this room.
How many things do you work on a day?
Well, we get paid by the amount of pieces we do, so we have to work pretty fast and pretty accurate in order to get our pay.
Speaking of pay, is there another place that you could go that would possibly pay better, or?
There actually isn't. This is the best option I have, and even so, I'm getting arthritis on my hand. So there's about 100 of us working in this small room, and that's why it gets so hot. And we get no breaks, no water. We usually keep our food and our supplies in our locker, but even that gets stolen or it just disappears, and management doesn't even know where it's at. So it's hard to even work here.
So what's the day in the life of a sweatshop owner like?
Well, the reason I treat my employees this way is because in order for consumers to get good prices on products, I have to pay my employees very little, and they have to work long hours, but it's okay because they're just workers. They don't, they have to dedicate their lives to working hard anyways. They don't really need to go out and have fun. They're unskilled laborers, so nobody else is going to employ them anyway, so they have really no other options but to come work for me. They can leave whenever they like. They're not forced to be here. As long as they don't leave on breaks, if they want to quit, then by all means they can leave and quit, but I guarantee you that they will be back, because even though they work long hours and for little pay, this is the best place that they could end up. Why aren't you working faster?
I'm working as fast as I can.
Well,
you know, I can't work with arthritis very well.
Well, that's not my problem. You should be able to work faster. Remember, you're getting paid by the piece. As you can see, some of the employees don't work very hard. She's going to get fired at the end of the day anyways, so she should enjoy her time here.
No sweatshops! No sweatshops!
Goy!
No sweatshops!
There's a lot of abuse that goes on in sweatshops, whether it be sexual, mental, or physical. And we need to protect these women and children from it.
Over 250 million children between the ages of 5 and 14 work in sweatshops around the world.
There are over 11,000 sweatshops in the United States, and more than 2,000 of them are breaking minimum wage and overtime laws, and 16,000 are breaking health laws and working condition laws.
In many sweatshops, the people get paid so little, and sweatshop companies will say, oh hey, they're getting paid, but most of their money goes towards food and goes back into the sweatshop for the items that they didn't make correctly. So overall, they get paid much less than the sweatshop owners say they are paid. A sweatshop is defined as a factory that violates 2 or more labor laws. And most mass-produced clothing, like the clothes we see in H&M or Forever 21, are produced by sweatshops. And although sweatshops are a vital component to fast fashion and mass-produced fashion that we wear every day, the use of sweatshops ethically is not very good. Overall, sweatshops should improve their quality of workers and increase the pay in order to make it a fair environment for workers to improve upon their life.